So, imagine this N electric SUV that's around $38,000, makes 400 plus horsepower, and has a built-in drone. It's a James Bond gadget. Now imagine the best part. You live in the US or Canada, so you cannot buy it. Yeah, that's the BYD Leopard 3, sometimes called the Leopard 03. And today, we're going to talk about why people are obsessed with it, what it gets right, what people are exaggerating, and whether it would actually be a killer deal in North America or just an internet fantasy car. What's up? It's Rapime Auto Review. This is a voice-over review, meaning I'm not pretending I test drove it for 7 days and really connected with the steering feel. We're doing a research-based breakdown with comparisons and a reality check. And by the end, I want you to answer one question in the comments. If this launched in the US or Canada at $38,000, would you buy it? What is the BYD Leopard 3? Alright, first, quick context. BYD is not a small brand. They are one of the biggest EV companies on earth. In some markets, they're basically what people think Tesla is in the US, the giant that keeps dropping new models and pushing prices. The Leopard name comes from BYD's more rugged lifestyle line, under Feng Chengbao. Think of it like a sub-brand that is going for tougher dozen more performance and more adventure. The more what my car can do. The Leopard 3 is positioned as a modern, tech-heavy SUV that's supposed to be fun, fast, and feature-packed. And yes, it's also the drone car, because apparently we live in a timeline where your SUV can carry a drone, but some of us still can't get Apple CarPlay to connect on the first try. So, why is everyone talking about it? 1. The price. Around $38,000. This is the number that makes people sit up. Because in the US and Canada, $38,000 is basically, I want an EV, but I have bills. I want SUV space, but not luxury pricing. I'm not trying to finance a car until 2047. So when people hear $38K, they immediately compare it to Tesla Model Y pricing, Mac E-Precision 5 EV6 pricing, and basically everything else that suddenly becomes $50,000 once you click at floor mats. Now, going to say this clearly, $38,000 is market dependent. Prices change by trims, incentive, SL taxes, currency conversion, and regional pricing strategy, so I'm using $38,000 as a reference point. Not a guarantee, but still, that number is the reason this car is a conversation. 400 plus horsepower. A lot of EVs are quick, but usually you pay extra for the fast version. So when a vehicle is being discussed as 400 plus horsepower at a relatively affordable price, the value conversation gets real serious real fast, because that's not economy EV. This thing might embarrass some performance cars. 3. The built-in drone system. This is the wait what feature. A built-in drone setup suggests the car can store the drone, charge it, deploy it, and use it for filming, travel shots, and maybe trail scouting. And the drone is not just a random drone in your trunk. It's integrated like the vehicle was designed for it. Is it necessary? No. Is it unbelievably clickable? Yes. If you put EV with the built-in drone on a thumbnail, you basically don't need to do anything else. People are clicking out of pure confusion. Why us and Canada viewers should care? Know the obvious question. If we can't buy it, why should we care? Because cars like this reveal something about the market. If companies can sell feature-rich EVs at aggressive prices in other places, it forces us to ask, are North American buyers overpaying for the same level of tech and performance? And I'm not here to say every EV sold in the US is bad. A lot of them are great, but the pricing in North America can be kind of, how do I say this politely? It can feel like you're buying a car and also sponsoring someone's vacation. So even if you never buy this, it's important because competition changes everything. What it would compete with in the US or Canada. Real comparisons. If the Leopard 3 showed up here tomorrow, What would people compare it to? Tesla Model Y, the default EV SUV. The Model Y is the EV people buy when they do not want to think too hard. Why Model Y wins for many buyers? Strong charging experience, especially in the great road trip convenience. A strong software and phone app ecosystem. Huge owner community. Lots of info online. Sale tends to be decent where Leopard 3 might win. Uniqueness and design features per dollar. Performance per dollar. Rugged SUV. The beeth drone integration, which is basically content creator bait. But I'll say this, Tesla's charging advantage is not a joke. A better car on paper can still lose in real life if charging is annoying. Hyundai Ioniq 5 Kia EV6. The smart daily driver picks. These are popular because they feel modern and practical. Where they win: strong daily usability, good comfort, fast charging on the right chargers, generally good value. Here Leopard 3 might win. Headline performance against factor, possibly more SUV presence. Ford Mustang Mach-E, the familiar brand, pick. Some buyers like buying from brands they already trust. Where it wins: service network in the US or Canada, familiar buying experience, brand recognition. Where Leopard 3 might win: price to performance, radio tech forward features. You don't see one on every corner. Factorso in North America, the Leopard 3 would be in the most competitive EV category, the midsize-ish electric crossover or SUV segment. That is where the money is, the better than us EVs claim. Let's be serious now. Online, you'll see people say, this is superior to all EVs sold in the US and Canada. I get the excitement, but we have to define better. Because better at what? Category 1. Value for money. If it truly delivers 400 plus horsepower, strong tech, and good build quality near $38,000, then yes, the value conversation is real. Category 2. Performance per dollar. This is where it sounds most impressive. If the performance is legit, then it undercuts a lot of EVs that make you pay extra just to be fast. Category 3. Features and unequinest drone system is a big deal in the wow category. But here are the areas where it might not be better, at least for North American ownership. Charging experience. North America specific charging is not a side detail. It can decide whether you love your EV or hate it. Even if the car is amazing, it needs good compatibility, access, and a smooth experience with local charging network service and parts support. This is the big one. A lot of people buy cars based on peace of mind. Where do I take it if something breaks? How long will repairs take? Can I get parts without waiting forever? Do I have warranty support I can actually use? A car can be the greatest value ever until it needs a part and you're on week 3 of waiting. Safety ratings and compliancy. In the US and Canada, buyers care about things like IIHS and NHTSA results. If the car is not sold here, it might not have the same ratings people expect in our market. That doesn't automatically mean it's unsafe, but it means you can't assume. Software quality and updative ownership is software now. The phone apoda updatering. Routing logic bugs. Getting fixed software can make a car feel premium or make it feel like a stressful group project. So yes, it might look better on paper, but real world better depends on ownership realities. Drone feature, useful or just a flex? Let's talk about the drone, because that's the headline. The drone feature is like heated seats for content creators. For most people, it's cool. It's Funit's a story you tell your friends and then you probably use it sometimes. Not every day, but for certain people it's genuinely useful. Camping trips, off-roading groups, travel channel, scenic road trips, outdoor adventure stuff, because most people do not bring a drone regularly. Why? It's annoying to pack. You worry about battery launching and landing takes a fortune. Honestly, some people do not want to deal with drone rules and restrictions, but if the car makes it easy, you might actually use it. So I'd rate it like this: 10 out of 10 for marketing, 7 out of 10 for certain lifestyles, 3 out of 10 for daily commuting. Value still? It's cool, and cool sells cars. Why it's not sold in the US and Canada? Know the big question. Why can't we buy it? It's not just they don't want to. One, tariffs and import economics. If a major tariff hits the price, the whole $38,000 story can collapse. A $38,000 vehicle becomes $45K, $50K marined, then it's not this value monster anymore. It becomes just another EV competing with cars that already have service networks. 2, regulations and certifications. In the US and Canada means compliance, testing, certificate and liability, and support infrastructure. It costs money. 3, market strategy and politics. EVs are tied to jobs, manufacturing, policy supply chains. This is bigger than just bring the car and sell it. 4, service network reality. If you launch without a strong service plan, you get destroyed. Not by competitors, by owners, because nothing makes people angrier than waiting months for parts, warranty problems, and a support system that does not respond. So even if the vehicle is amazing, selling cars in a new market is a whole operation, not just a shipping container. So here's my serious verdict. On paper, the BYD Leopard 3 looks like a better value than a lot of EVs sold in the US and Canada, especially if the price is really around $38,000 and the performance is truly 400+ horsepower. But in real life, best car is not just specs. It's also charging, convenience, performance, and real-world range, software, reliability, standard service, support, warranty, experience. If BYD could sell this in North America with strong support and compatibility, it would absolutely shake up the market. If not, it stays what it is right now for us or Canada viewers. A super interesting, what we're missing car, and a reminder that our EV market could be a lot more calm.